ring. What happens then is if you get hit and get hurt or something unpredicted happens in the ring, you've got to be able to think about how to...
In the iconic world of boxing, preparation is key. Fighters don't just rely on physical strength, but also on mental toughness and strategy to overcome their opponents. This is exactly the kind of preparation that is going into the highly anticipated fight between Anthony Joshua and Daniel DuBois, set to take place on May 21st. Fans and experts alike are eagerly waiting to see how this bout will unfold, and whether DuBois has what it takes to challenge Joshua. One of the voices speaking loudly about the upcoming fight is former cruiserweight world champion Johnny Nelson, who has weighed in on the dynamics at play. Nelson has been vocal about his opinion that the pressure of this match is more on Daniel DuBois than Anthony Joshua. According to him, Joshua's experience and capabilities make him the favorite, but DuBois cannot be overlooked. Nelson has raised concerns about DuBois' mental preparation, wondering if he can think in the ring when things go south. In boxing, as Nelson explains, it's not just about power, but about the ability to remain composed under pressure. When a fighter gets hit or hurt, they must be able to assess the situation quickly and decide how to respond, something that could make or break a fighter's performance. DuBois, who boasts a professional records of 21 wins, 2 losses, and 20 knockouts, has a reputation as a powerhouse. However, Nelson believes DuBois still needs to grow, especially when it comes to mental toughness. He mentioned that he has occasionally criticized DuBois, saying that at times the fighter has shown a lack of heart. But Nelson is quick to acknowledge that DuBois has been growing in public, learning with every match. There is a history between Joshua and DuBois that dates back to a sparring session at the GB Performance Institute in 2016. DuBois, only 18 at the time, managed to land a powerful punch on Joshua, briefly knocking him down. This incident, as retold by Eddie Hearn and Johnny Nelson, raised eyebrows and led to some speculation about Joshua's vulnerability. However, sparring is different from actual competition, and Hearn has since downplayed the significance of that session, emphasizing that Joshua has grown and improved since then. Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, has spoken about the upcoming match with confidence, acknowledging that it will not be an easy fight. He made it clear that Joshua's camp is prepared for war, emphasizing the challenges that DuBois will present. Hearn's analysis is that DuBois is physically in excellent condition and has dangerous knockout power, but Joshua's team has been hard at work, ensuring their fighter is ready to go the distance. According to Nelson, DuBois' trainer, Don Charles, plays a crucial role in preparing DuBois for this fight. Nelson referred to Charles as an underrated figure in the boxing world, emphasizing that his contributions to DuBois' training are often overlooked. Charles has been instrumental in shaping DuBois' career, and many believe his guidance could be a key factor in how DuBois handles the pressure of fighting someone like Joshua. The strategy in the ring will be critical for both fighters. Sparring is often used to fine-tune specific elements of a fighter's game plan, and according to Hearn, sparring sessions don't always tell the full story of what a fighter can do in an actual bout. When asked about DuBois' knockdown of Joshua in sparring, Hearn reiterated that sparring is about working on specific techniques, and that fighters often neglect certain aspects of their game during these sessions. One of the significant factors going into this fight is the narrative surrounding Joshua's ability to take a punch. Simon Jordan and Joe Joyce have both weighed in on Joshua's resilience, particularly in the context of heavy hits. Joshua's chin has been called into question before, most notably during his fight with Wladimir Klitschko. Jordan expressed concerns about whether Joshua has the mental toughness to bounce back when he's in the red zone, a situation where the fighter has to dig deep and find the will to survive. This, Jordan argued, is the real challenge for Joshua. Joe Joyce, another notable boxer, has also commented on the fight, specifically on DuBois' punching power. Joyce, who has faced DuBois in the ring, pointed out that DuBois has an incredibly dangerous right hand capable of knocking out opponents with a single strike. Joyce noted that while he wasn't present for DuBois' sparring sessions with Joshua, he is familiar with the kind of power DuBois can bring to the ring. This right hand, according to Joyce, is something Joshua will need to be wary of throughout the fight. As the fight date approaches, it's clear that both camps are taking the matchup seriously. Anthony Joshua, who has held the WBA, IBF, and WBO titles twice in his career, is no stranger to high-stakes bouts. His career record stands at 26 wins, 23 of which have come by knockout, and 3 losses. His experience and pedigree are undeniable, but as Nelson and others have pointed out, boxing is as much about mental strength as it is about physical power. Derek Chisora, a fellow heavyweight boxer, has also offered his thoughts on the fight, particularly on the evolution of Joshua's team and his training under Ben Davidson. Chisora noted that the people around Joshua have remained the same, but the dynamic has shifted, with Joshua now more in control of his training and decision-making process. Chisora believes this change has made Joshua more focused and ready for battle. While many believe Joshua will come out on top, Nelson and Jordan have expressed concerns about how Joshua will handle adversity. In his fight against Klitschko, Joshua showed incredible resolve, getting knocked down but coming back to win. The question now is whether Joshua still has that deep-seated belief to overcome similar challenges, particularly if DuBois manages to land one of his powerful right hands. DuBois, on the other hand, is seen as a dangerous opponent who has the potential to shake up the heavyweight division. While he's still relatively young at 26 years old, his physicality and punching power make him a serious threat. However, as Nelson pointed out, DuBois' ability to think in the ring will be key. If DuBois can remain composed under pressure and adjust to Joshua's tactics, he could cause an upset. Gareth A. Davis, a veteran boxing commentator, has also weighed in on the fight, suggesting that while it's possible the fight could go the full 12 rounds, it's more likely that the match will end in a knockout. Davis believes that both fighters have enough power to end the fight early, but he also acknowledges that heavyweight boxing can be unpredictable. There's always the possibility that both fighters could end up on the canvas, only to get back up and continue the fight. In the end, this fight is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated heavyweight bouts of the year. Both Joshua and DuBois have a lot on the line, and the stakes couldn't be higher. For Joshua, a win would solidify his place at the top of the heavyweight division and set him up for even bigger fights down the road. For DuBois, a victory would catapult him into the spotlight and prove that he's ready to compete at the highest level. As fight night approaches, fans are left wondering who will come out on top. Will Joshua's experience and mental toughness be enough to withstand DuBois' powerful punches? Or will DuBois prove that he has what it takes to dethrone one of the sport's biggest names? One thing is for sure, the world will be watching, and when these two heavyweights step into the ring, anything can happen. The build-up to the fight has been filled with speculation, analysis, and excitement. But when the bell rings on May 21st, it will all come down to what happens inside the ring. Whether it's a